If you have ever struggled with growing your audience on Instagram or on Facebook, especially without burning out or creating content on a daily basis, then this video is for you. And if you watch till the end, I'm going to share with you one of the biggest mistakes that most people make when launching their ads so that you don't have to make this mistake or waste your money. Hi, I'm Signe and I am a Meta Ads Manager with over 10 years of experience, and I've taught hundreds of service business owners on how to grow their business using ads. And today I'm going to share with you how you can load one simple ad that's going to grow your audience every single week on Autopilot. Let's get started. The first thing that you need to do is figure out who you are speaking with. It's one of the most important steps. I don't mean by this that you're just going to write out demographic. You really need to understand your target audience and know what their problems are. Really just try to think back on when you had your last conversations with your ideal clients. What were they asking from you? What were their problems? What were they thinking about? What kind of fears did they have? What kind of solutions had they tried it before? And what kind of aspirations do they have? It's so important that you would be as specific as possible in here so you would understand, like you would have a visual about your ideal client and you would know what they need from you so that they can make a decision. The second step in this strategy is choosing your content. And yes, I said content. So you need to choose a content piece that is either educational or inspires. And it needs to be very specific so that it would talk to the right audience. This is why the previous step is so important so that you would know exactly what you need to create in this. And this post could be a carousel post, it could be a video post, it could be a blog post, it could be an image with a long caption. I really recommend that you would make longer posts, whether it's carousel, like 10 pages, or it's like a really long caption that people will read through, because the more they spend time with you, the more committed they are to starting to follow you. You definitely want to make sure that you are not talking about random stuff, but you are talking specifically to their pain point and you want to be as valuable as possible. Really think, would I start following a person if I would see this post? Or try to remember back when you started following some account, what kind of post did you see that made you want to go to their profile and start following them? And just really focus on giving value, helping your audience, and make sure that it's really targeted. The next thing that we're going to do is launching your ad. And I'm going to show you from my computer how you can do this. All right, so we are in the ads manager right now. Make sure that your ads manager is set up. This one is a test account, so it doesn't have a payment method, but that's definitely something that should be set up. But in this video, I'm going to show you how to launch this campaign so that you would start getting followers. And I'll show you some tips that you need to definitely make sure that you're using. So the first thing you want to do is press on the screen, create button. We're going to create a traffic campaign to get people on your profile. In here, you definitely want to use the manual traffic campaign. You want to ignore the recommended settings. It's just not going to get the results that we want to get. And you can rename your campaign, for example, followers campaign, just so you know what you are advertising and it gives you a great overview. The next step we're going to do is choose our targeting. This is one of the most important steps. You definitely want to make sure that you know who your audience is before you come in here and start filling it in, because you may just choose the wrong targeting and it's going to get you, it could get you a lot of followers, but if they're not buyers, then it's not going to help you. So the first thing you want to do is choose Instagram or Facebook, and you want to choose the correct profile. Once you have chosen your profile, you're going to start scrolling down. You need to choose your daily budget, whether it's $5 or $10 a day, doesn't matter. Depends on your audience and what kind of results you want to see. So under audience control is exactly where we are going to choose our targeting. So what you want to do is switch to original audience options from here, use original audience. And you need to choose your country. I am currently in Estonia, but I can choose United Kingdom. And I'm going to remove Estonia. You're then going to choose your age, whatever your ideal client is. You can choose your gender if you are working only with women or only with men. And then you get into the detailed targeting. You want to definitely make sure that you add 1 or 2 interests in here, demographics, whether it's that they are parents, whether it's people who are into fitness, who are business owners. It doesn't matter. You know better who is your ideal client, but you want to pick 2 and add them in here. One thing that you need to note about the audience is you want to make sure that the audience size is not too small. You don't want to advertise to people under 10,000 unless you're in a local area. So if you only work with local people, then it makes sense that you have under 10,000 people. If you're in a smaller place, then you can definitely advertise, just use less budget. But if you are worldwide or countrywide, you want to make sure that you have wide enough audience. Otherwise, you're just going to burn through the creative quite fast. The next thing what you want to do is choose your placement as well. So all you have to do is press on edit here, choose manual placement, and we're going to just choose either Instagram or Facebook. If you want to just get Instagram followers, I suggest that you just stick to Instagram ads. But if it doesn't matter, then you can choose both of them. Once you have done this, you can press next. And in here is where we are going to create your ad. So what you're going to do is create an ad, choose carousel or single image or video, whatever you were choosing. And then you press here to set up creative, choose image ad, for example, pick your image. I'm just going to take a random one here, add your text and press done. And then it's going to add the call to action to be visit Instagram profile automatically, because that's exactly what we want people to do so that they would start following you. You will see the overview of the ad in here. So you can press the advanced preview and you can see how it's going to look in different placements. And if you are happy with everything, then just press on publish and it's launched. What you will notice, though, is that ad campaign will go into review. The review process can last up to 24 hours. If your ad hasn't been launched after 24 hours, then you need to duplicate it and launch it again because there's some sort of error. But honestly, my ads usually go live within an hour or so, and then they start working. Okay, so now that you've launched your ad, let me just quickly go through one of the biggest mistakes that people make with this strategy so that you would not waste your time or your money. So one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they do not choose the correct topic. That's why you need to understand your ideal clients and what they need to hear from you. If you pick a topic or content like a reel or a video or a post that maybe looks really pretty, but it's attracting completely the wrong audience, then you're going to just waste your money on people who are never going to buy from you. Maybe they're even starting to follow you, but they are not a buyer. So you definitely want to make sure that your topic is correct topic. The piece of content that you make is attracting the people who would be your ideal buyers, not followers. And the second thing you want to make sure that you do is that you don't just boost your post and you follow the steps that I have shown you in this video. When you're boosting posts, it's using a different algorithm and it's not going to create the same results as you would get when you are using Facebook Ads Manager. If you want to get help, if you want to get guidance, you can definitely contact me. You can also download my free guide where I show you how to launch your own ads so that you can get inquiries in for your business. Are you ready to grow your business with ads? Then you definitely want to watch the next video. See you there.